Here, LT is getting ready to face Del Valle Cardinals here, and the kickoff. He'll field it back at about the 3. Good forward progress up to the 20. They'll begin around the 20. Well, I guess when you have 5 state championships, the Booster Club gets pretty excited, and they got the team a beautiful new turf field. He's back. He's looking. He's got a tight end open up to about the 39. Beautiful catch. Beautiful pass. Moving the ball. Good play fake. And another complete pass, bringing it to the Lake Travis 48. Good gang tackling there by LT. Began by Chris Roller. Roller's quite a athlete, man. He does great on the returns as well. He ended up playing minor league baseball. Pushing the pile up to about the 42. Looks like Roller was in on that too. And a little handoff won't gain much. Handoff off the middle, runs into a brick wall. LT's defense did give up some points in the first game versus Midway, which is a playoff caliber team, but they've really been strong since then. That looks like a injury timeout and a penalty. All right, still moving, continuing the march. Oh, big Tevin Paul just lays him out. Back in the pocket, has a little time this time, and he's crunched at about the 45. That Lake Travis defense has really been solidifying.
Hand the ball off, and Willows makes the first man miss, has the first down, angling left across midfield, 45-40, pushed out of bounds on the near sideline, and a nice run by Willows to make the first man miss.
Nice hesitation move, nice stiff arm by Willows. Like what I saw from him, get to your first down and get out of bounds. There's no reason for him to take an extra hit. Mark has already got the first down.
Baldillo finally pushes him out of bounds after a gain of 23. Delira rolling right. Coxon fires over the middle, complete. Wide open, in space is Patrick Medina. Looks like the football may have come out. I'm not sure they blew the whistle yet. Patrick Medina, the 6'1", 190-pound tight end.
It's a turnover.
They're going to say he lost the ball, and the Cavaliers have turned the ball over. How much of a confidence builder is that for the Del Valle Cardinals?
Not much, because here comes an illegal procedure.
It's going to back him up. Well, we've reached the midway point of the opening quarter, 7-0. This officiating crew, the referee Rich Gerard's been busy so far.
You know, one of the other guys that we watched that needs to be involved in the game, I don't care who you're playing against, is James Bailey. We watched him against Hayes. Remember, he had that outstanding game against Hayes in their big win. He played a little bit of everything, rushed the quarterback, blocked punts, picked them up, and ran for touchdowns. He needs to get back involved again.
Duran remains in a QB fumble on the exchange, and it's loose, and the Lake Travis Cavaliers have recovered. They got it right back.
Yeah, new quarterback and new running back.
That's Chris. No, it's Hutchings on the recovery. Jaden Hutchings, who's having just a tremendous opening quarter.
He's dominating whoever he's against right now.
So, one play, one fumble.
You know, they can turn around and hand this ball off to Abe Willows all night long. But once again, this is where Don Delira hasn't been in games, and he needs to get to work.
What do you think? What do you call these quick strikes on the change of possession?
Sudden change.
Sudden change. Let's see if they take advantage and go up top. Now they hand the ball off to Green on the sweep, and Green lost his footing. More penalty markers down. And if it stands, it's a gain of about 5.
This looks like an opening ball game more than a game number 4 right here, Mark.
Pretty sloppy so far. We're not talking about the field.
No, and these are the things, there's a holding penalty on Lake Travis. These are the things that they just drive Coach crazy. Coach Carter, you know, we watched them at Hayes, and they won 62-23. He wasn't happy in the first half. He said they finally got control of the football game, and I'm pretty sure he's not happy with this first quarter right now.
5 penalties already combined between the two teams. Our statistician tonight, Evan Bradley.
He's awesome.
Stu the Scout Myrick, our on-site engineer, producer, spotter, everything. Here's Delira, back to pass, looking, fires, has a man wide open and overshot him. Malik Barkley was open around the 20-yard line, would have been good for a first down, but
Easily. That's a part of that rust. You know, that's part of the rust.
Rust versus rhythm.
That's exactly right.
And that was rust.
That sounds like a coaching term you may have picked up somewhere.
Yeah. Picked it up while playing video games. But
Okay, good.
I don't have the experience that you have in the trenches. And you don't have the video game experience, honestly. Here's Delira. He'll keep it himself, splits the defense, stutter step, and takes it down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. Nice run by Delira.
My first opportunity to watch Dom Delira play live, and I'll tell you, he has that savvy, you know what I mean, of a guy that's been out there and done this before.
Robinson on the tackle. Delira under center, 3rd and 11. 5:04 to play first quarter, 7-0. Lake Travis. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the wide side, which is the right. Dom back to pass. Rolling right, looking downfield, still looking, and throws it behind his intended target. Would not have been a first down anyways. Would have been about a 7-yard gain. It was intended for Cade Green and incomplete.
That's not a good series for Lake Travis right there. It's a pretty sloppy series, to tell the truth.
Especially when you take over the 25-yard line after a fumble. Now they'll attempt a field goal. This will be a 43-yard field goal attempt, angled slightly to the right. Satterfield will attempt a good snap and hold. Here's the kick. It has the leg, but it is no good. Pushed to the left. So the Cavaliers come away empty, missing a 43-yard field goal attempt, and we're still at 7-0. 4:47 left to play opening quarter. Cavaliers stay as Del Valle passes on offense with a pass as the second team quarterback Duran just threw that one over everybody's head.
And we're coming on 3rd down right now, as a matter of fact. That was quick.
Yeah, they went backwards on first down. So 3rd and 16. 4:13 to play. First quarter. 7-0 Lake Travis. They scored on their first play from scrimmage. 57-yard run. Here's the snap. Duran looking. Throws over the middle. Incomplete.
And that's what you have to do, Mark. I mean, if you want to live to play another down, go ahead and punt the ball, but don't get your quarterback sacked right there. There's no reason to get the kid knocked out.
Lake Travis could have great field position here.
And they've done so well. The one thing they have done, Mark, over the last 3 games, their punt return has been fantastic.
Escalante will punt it away. Blitz coming. There was some contact. There's the flag. And it's fielded at the 49-yard line by Roller, but Bailey ran into the kicker.
Going to get the ball back in great field position. Why even try to block this punt? Why don't you go work? This would have been a great time for Lake Travis to work on their punt return. You were going to get it, Mark, no matter what. Nobody's going to boot a 55-yard punt. And you know that's not going to happen. Instead, what you're going to do is give them an automatic first down.
James Bailey catching an earful on the near sideline. Del Valle Cardinals having a rough go of it so far, but still only trail 7-0. And they get an automatic first down.
Yeah, that
thanks to that running into the kicker.
That was roughing the kicker right there.
Or roughing the punter.
Yep, roughing the punter.
So the QB is Elijah Duran, who replaced David Gutierrez earlier in the quarter. 1st and 10, Duran throwing deep down the left sideline, has a man, and it's broken up. A little bit underthrown. Great coverage on the play.
That was fantastic coverage right there, but that wasn't a bad football, as a matter of fact, by the backup QB. The lefty threw one up, left a little air under it, needed to leave just a little bit more air under that mark, or that'd have been a fine play.
I think that was Patrick Medina breaking up the play.
So they're going to have to try things like this, Del Valle, in order to be in this football game tonight.
Duran now, 2nd and 10, as they look to the sideline. Good news, Will Greer, the running back, is back in the backfield.
That's good to see.
4 wideouts, 3 right, 1 left. Wide side of the field is the right side, the near side. Handoff to Greer, bounces off of Roller and is dragged down by Brewer after a gain of 7 at the 42-yard line.
Mark, have you noticed that this young kid, Greer, right here, the little guy, seems that the first guy doesn't bring him down, he spins, he moves around. They really need him to play, to stay in this football game, to be in this football game. And because Lake Travis has really good linebackers that really flow really well. If you get them going one way, you can come back the other way on them. But this young kid, it looks pretty good to me.
He runs hard.
Yeah.
And they're going to need that. Some long sustained drives. They hand it to him again. This time, nowhere to go as he's swallowed up immediately and tackled by the Cavalier defense. That was Garrett Womack.
Yeah.
So now, 4th down coming up inside the Del Valle side of the field, so they're probably going to punt this one away, Bob.
And I think they're looking for the punter right now who's not coming back onto the field.
Oh, remember he got injured that last time.
So here comes the backup punter.
Again, Del Valle, white jerseys with white numerals on them.
That was one of those, you just want to catch that ball and punt it and get it out of your hands as quick as possible. I can't even pretend I know who's who right now. You know what I mean?
No.
I can't see those numbers right at all.
I think they went through this last year. They had to put that black outline around the numbers. Well, Del Valle is showing as if they're going to go for it. No, they do the quick kick. It's not a bad punt, and there's no one back deep to receive. So Del Valle will fall on it around the 15-yard line. See where they officially mark it. It's a punt of 42 yards without a return, and we pause 10 seconds for station identification. Here come the Cavaliers. Powerful run up the middle and a huge hole. Big first down for Abe Willows, who bowls his way out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 20 on first down.
He continues to get better and better each and every game, Mark. Every quarter he gets better.
Brendan Carter on the stop. 2:25 to go, first quarter, 7-0. Dom DeLira takes the snap from the shotgun, throws the out. That one's too high and nearly deflected into his teammate's hand, Barkley.
And I think you can see Dom DeLira right now, Mark, because he's just rusty. He just hadn't had that real live, you can do all you want to at practice, but when it comes to just the live bullets right now, he's having a little bit of problems right now early.
Abe Willows already with 105 yards rushing on 4 carries and 1 touchdown. He's in the backfield again, this time lined up to the right of DeLira, and they hand the ball off to him. Big hole of Willows, angling left across midfield to the 46, 45, down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 16, another first down for Lake Travis, and that puts Willows close to 120 yards. Deshaun Green on the stop.
And Abe Willows is down. And I think it's more than anything, I think he just fell on the ball. He had a defender on his back, and the ball cupped underneath his stomach, and I think this is more wind than anything.
Yeah, that'll just knock the air out of you.
Yes.
2:08 to play first quarter, 7-zip. Cavaliers in front.
Abe Willows is up, and as I said, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him. He fell right on top of the ball with the defender right on his back.
Well, he's replaced by Luke Laney, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. So DeLira now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage is the 44 of Del Valle. We're inside 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Quick pass out to the left. Barkley makes 2 defenders miss. Still on his feet inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Nice pitch and catch from Malik Barkley. A gain of 15 for the Cavaliers. Deshaun Green, another tackle.
Speaking of another guy who's getting better with each week, is Barkley's that other guy that's getting better each and every week.
Well, he had that great first game. I think the defense are starting to key on him a little bit. Short drop, throws the out, and Green hauls it in at the 21-yard line. Gain of 7, maybe 8 on the play. And second down coming up. 93 seconds to play first quarter.
DeLira in a nice rhythm right now, Mark.
Yep. Victor made the last tackle. Dom now has 4 wide receivers, 2 each way to choose from. Willows is back in. He's in the backfield to the left of DeLira. And Foster goes in motion. They hand him the ball around the left side, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Penalty marker in as well. Gain of 5, and Deshaun Green again there for the stop.
His wide receiver buddy, was out there with his hands wrapped around the defender, which is another holding and another penalty on Lake Travis.
Is that wrong?
I don't think you can do that when you have a guy. You got to have those hands within the framework of the body, Mark. You can't grab the shoulder pad and just yank it down.
in basketball, coaches don't get mad at all the penalties. If some are just part of aggressive play and you're trying to get to the basket,
right?
You know, offensive fouls, that type of deal. But some of these are just unforced.
Yeah, this is
unnecessary, right?
Yeah, because this is a team that this part of the season, game number 4, should have this many penalties on offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 26 now for LT. Delira sets up the screen nicely, but no one's there to catch the ball. Minute 20 to play first quarter, 7-0 Lake Travis. 3rd and 8 for the Cavaliers at the Del Valle 26-yard line. Willows goes in motion left, picked up by Vasquez. Here's Delira, looking, fires to the end zone, incomplete. A little bit too high.
Just off just a little, as we said. He's rusty, we understand that. There's just a weird rhythm to this game, and more so on the offensive end than anything right now. And you know before it's all said and done that the Cavaliers will need 40, 50 points up here. But for right now, as the head coach, you're not very happy in the first quarter.
Well, here's another 43-yard attempt. The last one was pulled left. Good snap and hold. Here's the kick. It has the leg, and this time it's good. Satterfield knocks it through. And with 1:09 left to play in quarter number 1, our new score, Lake Travis 10, Del Valle zip. Well, he just got better. He missed a 43-yarder moments ago, and he just made a 43-yarder. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone over Greer's head.
But Mark, in order for them to be in the game, they've got to complete some passes and complete maybe a long pass here or there too.
Well, how important is it for them to just have a long sustained drive to help their defense? Screen pass out to the right. And not much doing. They complete the pass, Bucky, but they lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, there's nothing.
In the process.
There's nothing to it. I mean, the offensive line can't get out in front. Lake Travis linebackers rally to the football. Not only the linebackers, but the secondary. Guys in the secondary.
We're inside a minute to play. Quarter number 1.
It's hard to get past York and, Ochoa and these guys. It really is.
Well, you need the protection up front in order to set up these plays. Play action. Duran to keep, and he is drilled by Fino Pearson with 15 seconds left.
No, give yourself a breather and a walk down the other end of the field. And give your defense a little bit of a chance to rest, too.
They're not going to do the quick kick now.
No.
But Cavaliers are going to get great field position here. And here's the punt. Taken at the 45 with a convoy coming back. Roller cuts back to his left, 15 to the 10. Brought down to the 6-yard line.
The first defensive player that touched him was at the 6-yard line.
35-yard punt and a 49-yard return.
That ball was set up well. One thing that Lake Travis has done since game 1 is since Roller's come back and been on that field and returning punts, Mark, the thing that they've done is they've set up a very nice wall, not only for kickoff returns, but also for punt returns.
Well, Escalante was back in there to punt it, so that's good news for Del Valle.
Good.
Cavaliers leading 10-zip and taking over. How about this field position, Bucky? The 7-yard line of the Cardinals.
I would say give it to Abe Willows and get it over with now.
Give it to him and get out of the way?
Yes.
Oates to block. They fake it to Willows. Delira keeps at the 5, 4, 3. Touchdown! Cavaliers! Dominic Delira untouched early in the second quarter. It's now 16-zip Cavaliers with the extra point coming up.
And no penalties on the play.
The scoreboard operator already gave an extra point, but
and that misdirection fooled everybody.
You said they were giving it to Willows. They're all listening to the broadcast.
Absolutely, they went right for the fake.
Extra point good. 17-zip Cavaliers, 11:36 separating us from halftime.
Travis, they just got to continue to get better. They have way too many penalties in quarter number 1, Mark.
Special teams, they had the mistake with the roughing the punter, but then they came back with a great return. Now a little trickery by Del Valle, and look at this return, all the way out to the 35 and the 40, and Greer gets brought down on the far sideline.
As I said in my when I talked about 3 keys to victory, look out for trick plays when a team is overmatched. They're going to try everything they can, and Del Valle did it right there. They just didn't get it. They got it out to the 40-yard line mark, but that thing was set up for a big play.
So Del Valle takes over throwing 41-yard line. trailing 17-0. Backup QB in Elijah Duran. Lake Travis 2-1 on the season, 1-0 in district play. And Del Valle is 1-3 on the season, 1-1 in district play. Handoff up the middle. Will Greer takes it to the 45-yard line, picks up 4 before he's stacked up by the Cavaliers.
And what has to happen for Del Valle, they need to have a sustained drives to this defense, which needs a break. They need to
ask you about that. Yeah,
give them a couple first downs offense. That's what you need.
The breather. You can't just depend on in between quarters, right? Duran pass over the middle. That's complete. Now incomplete. Rolled incomplete. As that was intended for Bonner, the wide receiver.
Great play.
Duran's still looking for his first completion. He's 0 for 5. Looks right, passes right, and overshoots his intended target. There's Escalante, gets his right foot into it. Pretty good punt. Roller, retreats, has it at the 16. Starts right across the 20 and the 25, and will end up the 28-yard line. Good coverage there by the Cardinals. And Lake Travis will take over, leading 17-0 about 90 seconds into the second quarter. 53-yard punt, but want to make sure that we don't have any tough weather come through the areas. Abe Willows on a hesitation move, takes it across the 30 to 32-yard line, maybe the 33. We'll give him 4 yards on the carry. And Buck, I like the way he runs.
Man, that young guy runs like he's 220, and I think he's about $180 maybe. He's got great body length.
It's not the size of the dog, right?
No, can you imagine if I coached him?
What is it? It's not the fight in the dog, it's the dog in the fight.
Absolutely.
The dog in the fight.
That dog's fighting right now.
Rumbling across the 40, up to the 43.
I mean, how do you think Ricky Williams got to be so good?
Ashton Robinson. I mean, I think that there's probably genetics and hard work. I don't think coaching had much to do with it.
Really? You know?
Do you think that? I mean, they were pretty good when they got here, right?
Well, I think Priest Holmes was just pretty average.
Quick pass over to the right, Cade Green.
You saw him. You didn't think much of Priest Holmes when he first got here until I got
You know what? Priest had an incredible career on the NFL level. And
was he undercoached in college? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that anyone projected him to be the star, the fantasy star in high school that he turned out to be. DeLira
Nice
plays the pass over the middle. Inside Del Valle territory. Oates makes the reception.
Up for him. They're going to need him to be at his best.
DeLira fakes the handoff, rolls left, looking downfield, throws across his body, and undershoots his target, Cade Green.
Never got his feet set right there. It looked like there was a little bit of hesitation whether he was going to hand that ball off or not. Moving to his left, he never got his feet set to throw back across his body. And that's not a pass you want to be throwing an awful lot anyway across your body.
So is that an option for the QB, either to keep it or to hand it off?
It seemed like an option right there, but it looked like an option play on that one because it looked like he wasn't quite sure if he was supposed to hand that off or keep that one.
This time he hands it off to Willows, who has another impressive run. Willows is headed for 200 yards, but the way he's running, still have 8:50 to play in the first half, 17-0, and Willows up over 130 yards.
There's something really special about the way he runs.
DeLira sends Green in motion from left to right. Play clock at 15. Handoff. Willows goes right. Huge hole at the 30. 25-20 down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 17. And with big holes like that, Bud.
Yeah, I think I ought to give some credit to that offensive line. You know how much I like the way they've played this year.
I mean, they're dominating at the point of attack. Willows, 158 yards already. DeLira, quick pass to the right, is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Good play by the linebacker, getting there and getting his hands up.
Stops the clock with 8:20 to go. Opening half. 17-0. Lake Travis. 4 wide receivers now for DeLira to choose from. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Line scrimmage is the 18. They hand the ball off to Willows, who's down to the 15-yard line. They'll pick up 3, maybe 4. 4, he's wrapped up there. Here's DeLira, rolls left, looking, throws to the end zone, caught, and then dropped. That one should have been caught by Foster.
That's one of those ones you'd love to have back. That was, the ball was thrown a little bit high, but that's one that Foster can make that catch.
So Satterfield, with his third field goal attempt of the game.
These are all important for their kicker.
This is a 32-yarder, angled slightly to the left. Out of the hole to Bailey. Kick is up, and the kick is perfect. Tack on another 3. 7:43 to play in the opening half. Lake Travis 20, Del Valle nothing. And
Field goals. Yeah.
20-0. And the kickoff is fielded. That would have gone out of bounds.
Been at the 40-yard line. Let that defense rest a little bit.
But you know what? I think it has more to do with the Lake Travis defense than it does the offense of Del Valle, as that pass is dropped. Should have been caught, but what a hit.
You couldn't have put that one in. You couldn't have thrown that ball any better. This young guy, quarterback, the backup quarterback, has now thrown a couple really nice balls, and guys just have to make the catches. He's 0 for 7 right now, and about 3 balls have been dropped on.
Yeah, Altney Wilson had that one and then just got hit. As you always say, you're going to get hit.
You might as well hold on to it. They're going to hit you anyway. And I'll say this about the kids from Del Valle. They're in here battling. They're fighting this.
Duran, and at QB, hands the ball off. Nothing doing. Great job by Ochoa to fill that gap.
You know, as this game goes on, guys like Ochoa and of course, York, those guys, it's not going to be fun sledding for the running backs from Del Valle.
Well, Coach Burton was telling me before the game, he's like, we've got to get positive yardage on first down because we can't be the predictable second and long, third and long, and we don't have these automatic plays that go 7 yards.
Well, that's wonderful coach speak, but right now you don't have the players to do a lot of those things that he really wants to do.
Is building the whole system.
You're right.
Middle schools, through the high school, as this pass sails incomplete.
Yeah, and the things you have to worry about it as a coach right now, you know what I mean, and for your kids at Del Valle, not to get frustrated, to run off the field, to do all the things that you have to do, not walk off the field, but run off the field and stay competitive. I mean, that's what's gonna make you better right now. You're not gonna win this football game, but those little things that you look for as a coach, Mark, and every one of the players, those are the things that you have to continue to do, win or lose.
Escalante to punt it away. He's had some really good ones. This is not his best. It's angled to the sideline.
But that's better than having that ball returned back down your throat right there.
Here's Dominic DeLira, hands the ball off to Willows, following blockers, and is brought down.
Good tackle.
The 42-yard line, gain of 3.
Tough to tackle that cat one-on-one.
That was a nice open field tackle here
Yes.
by Malcolm Postel. Line of scrimmage is the 42 of Del Valle. Cavaliers up 20-0. DeLira fires it right, and it is complete. Nice catch there by Hudson Fife, who caught that one down around his knees. Well, part of that's the protection, too. He's got all day. Willows, nice spin move at the 30. And he gets to the 29-yard line, gain of 6 on the play.
There's that linebacker again. He's got a little one-on-one battle going right now.
Also, Darius Gillespie in the area. Play action. DeLira over the middle, wide open is Oates. And Oates is into the end zone. Connor Oates, the senior, takes it in.
To the house.
From 29 yards out, wide open, down the seam.
Well-disguised play right there, right down the middle. I thought that ball was going outside. Obviously, so did Del Valle. It gets an opportunity to be wide open right down the guts.
Love getting rewarded, right?
Yes, they do.
Out of the hole to Bailey, Satterfield's extra point is good. And an offensive line that's dominated. You could pretty much call your play.
Anything you want to call right now, Mark, for this team?
There's the kickoff. And Del Valle to run the reverse, trying to come back, and they'll get it out to the 25-yard line. Good special teams play by Patrick Medina. When they're eating lunch, when they're having their pregame meal, what kind of focus
Absolutely.
and attention.
And how many penalties you run out there and start getting a bunch of junk penalties out there. They've had no penalties right now for Lake Travis in the second quarter, which means now they've got their focus.
1 yard run.
But if you're playing Bowie and you're playing Westlake, that's a problem. If it takes you all the way to the second quarter to get to iron those kind of things out.
Second down, 9 yards to go. And
Okay, I'm interested in
I mean,
that.
it's not very entertaining for the radio listeners.
Mark?
You made it all the way to the NFL.
I got cut the last cut, dude.
You still made the NFL.
I do have a player's card.
Here's Duran, and he is drilled and sacked by Tevin Paul along with James Bailey.
You just can't double pump and hold on to that football very long.
Yeah, on
this
3rd and
defense.
long.
Yeah.
Tevin Paul with his second sack of the night. Luis Escalante is the punter. And this one's angled left, out of bounds, and you were right on it, Buck. I mean, they marked it
Right at the 50.
right at the 50. Well executed punt by Luis Escalante. 3:26 to go, opening half. Lake Travis 27, Del Valle 0. Dom DeLira under center, so not in the shotgun. Quick toss to Willows, headed left with blockers. Willows weaving his way through the defense, penalty marker down. If it stands to gain of 10.
I think you saw that from here. That was a flat-out grab, and that ball's going to come back.
Luke Laney checks in. I think Willows deserves a breather. He's had quite a first half.
Yeah, he's so valuable to this football team. Mark, you have to be careful of how many snaps he gets in, especially in games and blowouts. And, of course, his backup needs all the reps that he can get to.
Well, he's back in there now. Our statistician extraordinaire, Evan Bradley's got him for 171 yards on 12 carries, Bucky.
Pretty good average. Pretty good night for him.
Well,
Pretty good first half.
It helps when the
Pretty good
first time
game.
you touch the ball, you go
Yeah.
for 57 and a touchdown. Clock moving, now 3 minutes to play. Second quarter, 27-0, Lake Travis. Foster in motion left, double receivers that way. DeLira, play action. He faked it to Willows, now rolls right. Dom's going to keep, Dom to midfield. 45, steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Smart play by
9.
yeah, smart play by a senior quarterback. No, there's no reason to take it and lower your shoulder on a secondary guy. You've already got the sideline. Get close to the first down and then get out of bounds.
Lake Travis already over 200 yards rushing here in the opening half. Here's Willows on a toss, and Willows will add to that as he picks up the first down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
And for Lake Travis, they can run this ball in and then run out the clock, Mark. There's no reason to fire it down the field. I know you're trying to get your quarterback in rhythm, but you can run the ball with Abe Willows, run the clock out, minimize all the damage for your team and for Del Valle.
DeLira, handoff, Willows. You called it this time. They tried the left side, gain of 5. They're getting 5 yards a pop. What does that say about your offensive line? All right, Morgan, thanks.
And I think she's right. I mean, you can see that. The kids from Del Valle, even though they don't have that many players, Mark, they're really thin. I like the way they're playing. Their coach, their young coach, you said, second year in there, he's got those kids fighting. Now, they got another half to play.
Look at how powerful Abe is built. He was squatting over 500 pounds even in high school. He set the record for a pin with a 380-pound power clean. And he put it up so easy, a lot of people think he could have done 400 as a 207-pound back.
It's 2 for Foster.
Yeah, that was a nice ball. That was thrown right over the top. That was a nice touch pass by DeLira. He dropped that one right in the basket.
It was perfectly thrown. On the previous drive, there was the pass to the end zone, but no excuses for this one. That was right where it needed to be. 3rd and 5. You know that Coach Carter doesn't want to call Satterfield's number again. He wants 7 instead of 3. Here's DeLira, pass over the middle is complete, and Patrick Medina is down to the 16-yard line.
Nice pass, not play action, because what happened was they had a full-out blitz on. He got rid of that ball in a hurry off the back foot that time.
He got hit as he threw it.
Yeah, good pass.
But the ball was right on the money. He knew where his safety valve was. As the Cavaliers threaten again, Medina in motion to the left. Looks like he'll block for Willows. They hand it off to him. Willows starts right, cuts back left at the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown. Abe Willows. Another TD, this time from 15 yards out. And with 1:28 left to play before halftime, the Cavs strike again.
Mark, that was one of those ones where we had talked about how hard they'd been playing. They just fainted away right there in some of those tackles just now against Willows. He's a strong runner. You better bring it when you get ready to tackle him. And if you're tired and you just try to wrap him up with your arms, then you're not going to be successful trying to tackle that kid.
Here's the extra point now to make it 34-zip. Extra point, is perfect. 6 plays, 50 yards on the drive. 1 minute, 58 seconds off the clock, and Abe Willows with a 15-yard touchdown run to make it 34-0, minute 28 before halftime. Lake Travis football continues in a moment.